I'm having trouble. I'm on a mean losing streak right now. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going wrong. I think my opening for my level is fine. It's fine. If I really lock in, I feel like, generally I can make the first okay 8 moves or whatever. But somewhere around move 20, I'll goof up. And, sometimes with this game, it's whoever goofs up first. You never know. But maybe if I record this and then talk about my thoughts, when I review the game, I'll know what I was thinking and, it be more concrete than, well, I think I was thinking this at this time or whatever. I don't know. It could also just be fun to do this. To be the billionth person recording themselves playing chess on YouTube. But I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So we have a person from the Ukraine, I think. And they're going to play e4. I usually play the Sicilian in this case. Ooh, scary. Alright, I'm going to go d6 because I'm worried if I put my knight there that they are going to mess me up. So I'm going to do that. Something tells me with the speed in which they did d4, they seem awfully confident. Let's see what happens. They might still push forward. They did not push forward. They are threatening to go here. And so they must see a hole in my plan. So they want to go to f7. And maybe that queen's coming out next. It looks like if I just simply went bishop e6, that would prevent. So if I go bishop e6, they could come down and bother me about it. So they could do that. And if they did, then it would be a fork. And I would be stuck. Maybe that's what they were planning. They might have been planning something like that. Do I have any other choice? I'm in this position already. So I feel like I don't have a lot of choice. Alright, it's non-ideal, but I think I'm going to have to go this way. Ugh. Did I just lose the game already? Just when I was saying I'm pretty good at openings? I'm on a real losing streak, so we'll see what they say. I think I lost the right to castle if they choose to mess with me in this way. I don't know. So they might take my castling away from this game. But I think if I went to e6, then I would have got a fork because of this pawn. They would have come back, and then I could only move one, not both. So I think I would have got in real trouble. But I wonder if the plan was to get this queen here on f3, and then I could have potentially got mated if I didn't mess up. Also, they've messed up my I've messed up my knight here, because I like to put my knight on f6, of course, like a normal, and they did it anyway. They just did it anyway. So there goes castling for me. But I don't know. This, I mean, it sucks. I lose castling. Is that queen coming out? Ooh, the bishop. Okay, so the bishop comes out. This was all part of their plan. Now we gotta be careful, because I know you're setting me up for a cheap trick. So if I go back here, and the queen, she's coming out. But then I can always put this pawn up, right? I could always just push a pawn. And then they can't take, because then I would take their queen. So they'd be fucked. I don't know. I mean, they're eating up my opening here. This is not typical. What is their rating here? We're pretty close. I'm on a losing streak. Normally I'm about 1150. So I haven't been seeing the traps as much, at least for longer games. Uh-oh, what just happened? Okay, they took the pawn. This is serious business. They took my pawn. He took my pawn. This guy's really eating up my development here. So maybe he wants this, but I'm gonna take that. I mean, I'm up a knight. That's pretty good. I'm gonna take that, and then he seems he hasn't even used it, but he seems like a queen player. And that's gonna come down, and I can take with my knight. So did I calculate that right? I don't know. This guy seems like he's playing below his level. If he takes the queen, I don't see how he wins anything. He could take my... No, I was going to say he could take my knight, but I could take it back. There it is. I knew it. Knew it was coming. Okay, so what does that do? So you put the queen on h5. My dog's really howling at something. And then I push the pawn at g6. He can't. Oh, wait, what's he going to do? So I push the pawn, and then what's his big plan? Then he swoops in here. No, I could take his queen. Then he swoops in here. No, I take his queen. What is this guy's... It's hard to concentrate with my dog. So he takes the pawn. Takes the pawn. And then what? And then what? I don't get it. Shush it. Dog's really having a barking fit. Man, I'd really like to fork those two, but I don't think I can do it. See, I don't usually get a lot of these players anymore. I don't get the traps as much like I used to. Let's see, I'm thinking B6 at least kicks the queen. Or I could do knight e5 and kick the bishop. Or I could push with my queen and make him decide if he wants to keep that queen. And he seems like a queen player. He seems like if he lost his queen, he's just going to resign the game, but I don't know. This is a weird game for me. I think I'm going to go here and see what happens. Judging by the seconds that are passing, he wasn't assuming I was willing to trade my queen, but this must not be a standard for a part of his trap. Must not be standard. I don't know. Could be good or bad for me. I don't know. I'm on such a losing streak at this point. You know, I don't know what to do. I keep goofing up. Played a super low-rated player last night, and I was like up 6 points, and terrible. What would I do if I was in his position? I mean, you could always just shift over. Or you could back up and then start doing traditional development, right? Okay, so I'm so far in development, you know? I'm just so far behind in development at this point. I think the worst thing to do when faced with these traps is to like take a piece personally. You know, you don't want to. I mean, that's something that has gotten me before, where it's like, oh, I gotta get that bishop, you know. But really, you just want to find what's the best move, not necessarily. So he sure seems like he loves perpetual checks. So I want to go here, and I want to kick the bishop, but I know he's just gonna go right there, or he's gonna, you know, he's just gonna keep checking me until I give up. I could go b5, and with b5 at least I'm kicking that bishop, you know, or gosh, you know, I could move this guy up. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I could move this up And so even if he moves that queen out of the way, I could kill his bishop with really no repercussions. So I is that a skewer? Is that a skewer or is that a fork? I forget. I'm gonna try that. We'll see what happens. I don't know. With all these traps, it's like if you make one small mistake, you know, it's not like a positional game where, you know, you lose slowly over many moves. But with these types of games, you know, these kinds of players, they have it worked out where, you know, they memorize first 12 moves and the combinations, and if any player makes any mistake, they know how to do it. But a lot of times they're not planning past that, you know. So I don't usually see it with classical as much. So he's moved his queen over. He moved her over. Now that bishop's free for the taking. It's my bishop now. Do I need it for backup? Maybe. Looks like he's looking at f6, but I got it covered with my... I don't know. I think I'm going to take the bishop. And if things go my way, I might even... okay, he castles. So I'm starting to think about taking the rook, too. I don't know. Yeah. You gotta watch it with these trap players. Because if you know, they're assuming, you know, they almost like gamble. They're almost like addicted to gambling. Like if it doesn't quite work, he's gonna take my bishop, but and he didn't take it. Okay. Wow. He did not. He didn't take the bishop. Holy shit. Okay. That... Maybe it was a mouse slip? Why did he not take it? Or he's gonna do something tricky with the knight. It was either... Oh my god, my dog is crazy. My dog always does this when I play a chess game, it feels like. You know? Okay. What is he planning? I don't even know. Why didn't... Maybe it was a mouse slip. I don't know. I don't know why he didn't take it. Oh, you know what would be funny? Is if I moved this here... It kind of restricts him. And then when he moves his knight and he thinks it gets... Or like he thinks, ooh, I could take his bishop. I hate that bishop. And then I could take it right there. Boom. Well, maybe not. Not if he goes there. So maybe I shouldn't bank on that. Still kind of like the move, but you never know. Again, you never know what these kinds of players are going to do next. So I feel like this is a fairly... Is this a safe move? I don't know. Maybe? I'm not really attacking anything. I'm getting my bishop out of the way because I just stole 2 pieces. So I think it's checks. You look for your checks. What is it? Alright, I read his mind. I knew he was going to go there. So, can I read his mind again? Oh, wait a minute, buddy. Wait a minute, buddy. So you want to take my queen. You want to take my queen, probably because that's the only piece that you know how it works. I can't go here. I could easily go here. Now I'm getting phone calls. Man, this always happens when I sit down. You know, it's so calm outside. You know, it's so calm, and then I sit down to play a game of chess, and then, you know, it goes crazy. I think I want to keep, just because he's such a wily guy, I want to keep my queen kind of close, so maybe I'll just tuck her in here and see what happens. I don't see any checks. I mean, somewhere along the way, I'd like to get over there. I almost like to switch them. I'd like to switch my bishop and queen there. Oh man, I wish my dog would stop barking. Alright, what's he threatening now? So he wants to go... I don't know where he wants to go. I've got a pretty good check right here. That might shake him up a little bit. My rooks are frozen right now, and that is upsetting to me. Where is he wanting to go with this? Here? No, that wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't know where he wants to go with that. I don't know. I might just go here to piss him off. I mean, he's done enough to me, right? I guess it's a fairly empty threat, but I get a pawn. I don't know. Something. It's at least something, right? Some compensation for all of this trouble he's been putting me through. Okay, and then I could go here, and then he can decide how he wants to move from there. But you can't get comfortable. I mean, not with a player like this. Like they're kind of wild. And this is you know, the fact that they haven't resigned yet makes me think they never will. Oh my goodness. Well, that tells you how much I know about people, huh? Fuck. You know, I'm like, well, they're never going to resign because they would have already done it. And then boop boop. Alright, well, we're back, getting a little closer. I played it at 80, but come on. He didn't, I would say he definitely played like a 500. And I'm sorry if it's not a he. That's my apologies. Misses, mistakes, best, great. I'm happy to see one great. Haven't seen that in a while. Be interested. I played like a 1600. No, I think I played like an 1150, and I think they played like 500. I may have only played like an 1100, and they played like a 500. And Yeah, blunders. There was blunders everywhere. They had no real plan. They had no strategy other than just whatever their.
Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm not horribly surprised with that, but and also, I think it matters kind of the time of day you play. Like I get a lot of Ukrainian players, but I can't really stereotype them. Just they show up. I think it's just because I like to play a game after I get off work. Yeah, I mean, is that a blunder? Yeah, because that's tips and tricks. Is this a miss? I wonder what they liked. And really, you don't have to watch me go through this, but they would have liked D5 to put a little pressure in the middle. Yeah, again, I'm an overly timid player. This is a blunder. I would agree. It's like their plan didn't work, and then they were just like, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. I knew that queen was coming out by how aggressive they were moving. This is my great move. Probably the only move to make, but after you've gone through the trenches of playing a ton of 500s, you gotta learn how to move that knight or move that pawn real quick. And you cannot, if you have to take a breath, that's fine, but once you've gone through the trenches of 500s, and I did, because I'm relearning chess again, and they don't like this. They would have like queen takes d6. And tell me again what was on d6. I don't see anything. What? Inaccuracy. Oh, maybe they were like e5. They wanted me to push this. Yeah, that would have made more sense. I agree. Because then you put direct pressure on it. You put direct pressure on it. I agree. I agree, computer. That would have been a better move. But I think I played an inaccurate move, but good enough against this player. You know what I mean? And then this is when I knew I was okay. Like, I'm up 11 pieces or 11 points as long as I don't just completely blunder this, which I sometimes do. I thought I'd be okay. The check, I'm just, the check is me trying to get in their head. And that's the difference between playing a human and playing a computer, is you're never getting in you just don't get into a computer's head. They don't care. They said it was actually they said that was the best move. That shocks me. Check. The computer it is checks, attack, and then position, but I'm surprised that was the best move. At least you get a pawn. I mean, that's the nice thing, but when you're playing with somebody and they're down pieces, at least over the board, I've noticed, if they're down pieces, they they'll look at their pieces sitting there, and if you wanna like play with their piece and fiddle with it, it bothers them. You can do little stuff like that without being rude or disrespectful, but you can definitely get in their head a little bit. You can't with a computer. It doesn't care. It does not care. And it will infinitely calculate. You can't do it. So, I don't know. Hey, if nothing else, I just wanted to let you know that you're not the worst at chess. I'm worse than you. And then this person just, they just need to get a legit strategy. That's the issue. So if you play like this, stop it. Just learn a traditional line. And because in my opinion, and I don't know anything, I mean, look at my elo, right? I'm the most average player in the world. But in my opinion, when you do these traps, unless you're doing blitz, in my opinion, you're also wasting time. because you're not, every time you play a game, you're not learning the same lines. And so I knew, okay, he plays E4, so I'm going to do the Sicilian. So I'm going to learn a little bit more about the Sicilian each time I play. I may learn a lot from a player, but I don't know. I mean, to me, unless you're playing blitz, and especially if you're playing bullet, don't listen to me at all. But if you're playing a slow game like this, like I like to play, I just don't think those are worth doing it because the other player can think. They're not going to. You saw my clock. I mean, I played forever, so this video is probably forever. So anyway, if you happen to watch this, I hope you're having a good semester. I'm in school, so I said semester. Anyway, I hope you're having fun. It's springtime, going into summer. I hope your family's well, and maybe I'll see you on chess.com.